Hi guys, and welcome back to A Random Librarian here on YouTube. Today is a bit of a fun video for me because I just got brand ambassadorship to the book drop for March, April, and May. So this is going to be a little bit of an introduction to the book drop as well as a unboxing-ish of what was included in March's envelope, which I did manage to save from the city of Boston before coming up to New Hampshire, which is where I am now in my parents' house slash future inn, to kind of ride out everything that's happening right now, which you don't need me to go into more detail about because you are living it too. So a little bit about the brand ambassador program for the book drop. The book drop is really cool actually because it is based out of an indie bookstore, which needs your love and support right now. It's based out of Delaware, which is where my first college roommate lived. So comfy place in my heart, even though it's very, very small. So the book drop is a subscription program. It's based out of Bethany Beach Books in Delaware, which has been a loved independent bookstore for over 29 years. And the book drop as a program, the way it is run now, which is one book delivered monthly, curated and kind of on a theme, which I'll get more into that in a second. And they bring the independent bookstore feel and like experience to your door, to your doorstop. And I don't know, I think that's kind of awesome because not everywhere and not everyone is lucky enough to have kind of like a independent bookstore near them. So their mission is to spread the love of reading by exposing people to really amazing books that they might not otherwise find. They kind of say that like they know that people might not be in the trenches for the publishing world in and out. And as a librarian, I kind of am, but because my librarianship is in a different language, I'm not so much for the American side of things, if that makes sense. Obviously that changes when different American Library Association conferences come around and I get suitcases full of advanced reader copies, but I am really excited because I did not see this one there. I didn't know anything about this one before getting it, and it's just very exciting. So a little bit more about what they send out. They have their past book selections on their website, and I'm just really excited because I'm seeing a lot here that I've heard a ton of amazing things about, and others that I'm just like, oh, I don't know anything about that, but it sounds really interesting. But the book drop itself is like a 3-step process. You choose a subscription plan. They have 8 different types, which I will get into. Then you can choose your subscription length. They send them once a month, but you can choose whether you want to renew every month, every 3 months, or every 6 months, or once a year. So you can pick the length of your subscription. And then they say, sit back, relax, and wait for the good reads to arrive. So they send subscriptions around the 20th each month, and US subscribers can expect to receive their package before the end of the month. And then it is kind of marketed as sending you a hidden gem book. So maybe not something that is super hyped or from a super well-known author, but something that is just going to just be a super good book. They say, we find incredible reads that the average reader may not stumble upon unless they are immersed in the wonderful book world all the time, which we realize is difficult to do during these busy times. But don't worry, we'll make sure you're spending your limited free time reading a fantastic book. So getting into the book subscription. I have the Books for Tea subscription, which is their most popular adult subscription. It's kind of for book clubs, and apparently it is the curator's favorite subscription, even though we're not supposed to tell the others. It's for fans of The Nightingale, Where the Crawdads Sing, which I'm listening to right now, The Orphan Train, The Kitchen House, or The Light Between Oceans. It comes with a hand-wrapped paperback book per month and usually contains a signed book plate and or a letter from the author. So cool. They have Books for Bubbly, which is their fan of romances subscription. Books for Coffee is more psychological thrillers, action, murder mysteries, a little bit more the dark side than the more generalized fiction tea. That's what I'm gonna think. Then you can do Books for Tea/Coffee, so you'll get one, it's still one book per month, but it will alternate between the tea and the coffee selections. They have a book drop for large print, which is amazing. For the large print, it is a little bit of everything, but of course it is in the large print format. Kind of variety of genres for that subscription. And those are different selections from the Books for Tea and Books for Coffee, so it's completely unique from the other ones. They also have books for young adults and then a books for middle grade. And then finally they have the book Droplet, which is picture books, which is the cutest thing in the entire world. So that's a little bit of a rundown over the Book Drop, who they are, what their program is. And I do kind of recommend that you go check out their website because it gives a lot of info, and you can just tell that they're really excited about what they're doing. Everything that I'm about to show you comes in this little envelope here with the Book Drop on the back. I'm not going to show you the front because it has my address on it. Then the book that I got came wrapped in this lovely blue tissue paper, which I might be saving for a library craft while I am at home. And the book is The Girls with No Names by Serena Burdick, which I think is absolutely stunning. Again, I didn't know anything about this, but I'm really excited to tell you guys about it with everything that came with it. So I do have the signed book plate with Serena Burdick's name on it, which I am going to add to the title page right now. So it's not quite perfectly centered, but it is pretty straight, and I am proud of that. Then in addition to that, we have this, the Book Drop little note card that it comes with, and it shows that I have the Books for Tea subscription, as well as a little bit of a note. So what they have to say about it includes a quote from the book, which is, "Over time, Luella would discover, as I had, as her daughter would, that we can't outrun ourselves." And then from AZH, who is, what's her full name? The team. Amanda Zern Hudson, who is the creator and curator of the Book Drop, and she has this to say about it. "We couldn't put The Girls with No Names down. Between the writing style and intriguing plot, we binge read this book in just a few sittings. Although some parts were difficult to read, the characters really pull you into the novel, and we're confident that readers who enjoy historical fiction will have no problem devouring this fantastic read." I'm gonna hold on to this as a bookmark because it's kind of perfect for that. Speaking of bookmarks, I also have this. It's very pretty. It says, "Ephemeral, the fleeting time taught us to cherish." And it's got a little painting on it. So it also came with the Indie Next list. So this features books that are coming out, as well as books that are coming out in paperback that have been out for a while. So April 2020, there's actually a lot of novels on here that I have copies of or that I saw at the American Library Association Midwinter Conference. So for example, Valentine, I had a signed copy of that. I'm loving the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. It's really fun. Afterlife, a novel by Julia Alvarez. 3 Hours in Paris, a novel by Kara Black. The Honey Don't List, a novel by Christina Lauren. The Roxy Letters by Mary Pauline Lowry. Beheld by Tara Shea Nesbitt. Darling Rose Gold by Stephanie Roble. And Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth, as well as The Glass Hotel by Emily St. John Mandel, which is this month's #1 pick. So that's all very exciting. And they do send a little reminder that the 25th is going to be 25th of April is going to be Independent Bookstore Day, and right now independent bookstores do kind of need our help and support more than ever. So if you can buy things online from your local indie, support them on Libro FM, join in things like the BookDrop as a way to shop small while things are going a little crazy. It might be a little bit more expensive than Amazon, but Amazon doesn't really need our help right now. Anyways, the last thing in this book drop package is the thing that I'm most excited about, because it is a letter from Serena Burdick herself, which explains kind of her research process behind this book, which is crazy interesting, especially because it's also something I didn't know much about either. She got the idea for The Girls with No Names, hearing reports of kind of the horrors that took place in Irish Magdalen laundries. So she was going to originally set the novel in Ireland to focus on those laundries, and I think it's kind of maybe indentured servitude or forced labor of women during that time. But she also found out during the research process that they existed in the United States. And specifically, the House of Mercy was located in Upper Manhattan, which she calls a city we associate with liberty and freedom. And this place had women who were imprisoned against their will, and who were kind of lost to history. So she, oh, such a great line. Through fiction, I wanted to give these women their voices back. It's a story about, you know, the time period, the historical elements of it, but also the relationship between mothers and daughters, between siblings and husbands and wives, and the core of human love. Basically, I'm really excited for this book, and I feel like I'm probably gonna have to do a video review of it once I get it read. And yeah, this is my first video for the book drop, like I was saying, and I am so excited to be part of their ambassador program, at least for the next 3 months. And hopefully they'll let me keep going. I don't really know. Their ambassador program is pretty cool. If you have a booktube or a bookstagram and you want to reach out to them, I would definitely recommend that you do. They send you 3 packages, 1 per month of your ambassadorship, and then at the end they send you a thank you package with ARCs, and just they seem like a really great team to work with. So if it is something that you are interested in supporting, it is $16.99 for a month's package, and then it can go up to $198 if you want to pay for the 12-month prepay. So it's USA bookworms receive extra low shipping, so it's $3.99 shipping, and either $16.99 month to month, $49.99 3-month prepay, $99 for 6 months, or $198 for 12 months. I think this could be a great way to support indie bookstores. In the meantime, I'm going to be reading The Girls with No Names, as well as so many other books, because I don't read one thing at a time. It's kind of a problem. I never know how to end these videos, but here we go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys hopefully soon. Bye.